Poppin' YouTube family? It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel, Silverback Siage. Hope all is well with everybody. Well, this year is quickly coming to an end. But when I got to going through some of my notes that I took for this past year and things that I want to bring to the channel as of next year, I had to realize, dang, I can't deprive my audience of a video that I need to be doing on an everyday year, but I'm actually going to do a two-part to this video. I'm going to give you my favorite designer pickups for 2022. And if you'd like to find out which ones they are, in no specific order, keep it locked. Well, let's get right off into it. Like I said before, I'm going to run through my favorite designer pickups for 2022. So let's get started. First one on the list, Tom Ford Black Orchid Parfum. Amazing, amazing, amazing. What do you get with this one? You get truffle, you get juicy plum, you get a rum accord in there. But when you combine all those together, you get somewhat of a very classy, cool weather scent that actually has a somewhat chocolatey nuance in the dry down with the patchouli. Next one, Tom Ford Again with Grey Vetiver Eau de Parfum. Now this one here will be in heavy rotation come spring and summer. Very, very fresh, office safe fragrance. What do you get with it? You get the grapefruit, you get nutmeg, and a little bit of orris root in there. So you get a little bit of a iris type of nuance to it, but the vetiver is the number one stunner within this fragrance. Very fresh, very clean cut type fragrance. Grown man, if you will. Next one. We just rocking right along. And these are in no particular order. It's not like rated or nothing, ranked or nothing like that. Still with Tom Ford. Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Now, what do you get with this one? One that needs to be in rotation as of right now. Straight up, with it being cold weather, especially here in Kansas City. What do you get with it? You get cardamom, nutmeg, so you get a lot of spice. As it begins to go into the mid, you get that coffee note that's specialty for this particular fragrance right here. Very, very sweet, gourmand, dessert type of scent profile. One that definitely turns heads, and it's one that's pretty versatile when it comes to how you can dress with it, but it's very, very unique considering that coffee note was in there. And with the dry down, you get the vanilla and the amber. Next one by Rojas, or Rojas, however you want to say it. Mustache Eau de Parfum. Now, what do you get with this one? The best bang for your buck, around that $50 price point, is a Laurent Tuxedo clone. And to me, this one here gives you that nuance that Tuxedo gives you. So it's a very, very sophisticated, clean-cut scent profile that is, to me, masterful for cooler weather, be it fall, going into winter. You'll get that pink pepper. You'll get a little bit of that mandarin orange. Actually, quite a bit of that mandarin orange in the opening. But as it dries down, you get that benzoin and vanilla and patchouli. It makes it a very, very grown man scent for a fraction of the cost that you're going to spend on buying a bottle of Tuxedo. Consider that even if you do decide you want to spend that money on Tuxedo, it's scarce. Whether it be the little bottles or the big bottles. You see in 1 minute, they go on the next. Next one. By Versace, and that's Hawas. Gonna be a summertime staple for me coming up in 2023. What does it remind me of? Evictus, the original. I've smelled that recently, and I smelled a little bit of Evictus Aqua, so it's somewhere in the middle, but this one's a lot more spicy to me than Evictus Aqua 2016. And what do you get with this one? You get ozonic, like a watery notes. You get some plum in there. But in that opening, of course, you get apple, bergamot, and a hint of lemon. So it's very citrusy when you first spray it on. You got some spice, and then as it dries down, you'll get the musk and the ambergris to come in to actually finish off a very, very complete, affordable, mass appealing scent profile. Next one. Givenchy Gentleman Prive, Reserve Prive. Another banger that came out this year. What do you get with this one? Whiskey, iris, and like a woody, ambery dry down. But the two notes that stick out to me the most is that iris and that whiskey. And it's blended masterfully to the point to where you can actually wear this one anywhere. You can wear it when you're suited and booted. You can dress down a little bit with a nice sweater out with the fellas. To me, it's a very, very versatile scent profile that to me took the fragrance community by storm. And true enough, a lot of things within that Gentleman line kind of smell alike, but with them adding booze to this one, to me it allowed it to stick out amongst the rest, and to me make it the most intriguing one of that particular group of fragrances. Next one, by Chanel, Allure Edition Blanche, Eau de Parfum. One that will be in heavy rotation when it's hot outside between spring and especially summer for me. What I get with this one and what it reminds me of is like the scent of a lemon meringue pie. You get a lot of that lemon citrus in the beginning, but it's very, very creamy throughout. So you kind of get that pie nuance, and I can see how people would compare it to a lemon meringue pie based off of what you get with that scent profile. So you'll get the lemon, you'll get the bergamot, but as it dries down, you'll get vanilla and a little bit of sandalwood, which brings that creaminess to the table. Next one. Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, the original. Now with that one, what you get, that reigns supreme throughout the whole fragrance is that tiramisu note. And I think that is very, very unique, very, very gourmand oriented. And it's a scent profile that I've never smelled before. So I couldn't wait to get my hands on that one, and I'm super glad that I did. It has a little bit of fruity nuances in there, but it's mostly that tiramisu note mixed in with some pepper and some cardamom. So you get a little bit of spice there, and as it dries down, you'll get a little sandalwood mixed with that tonka bean. So it's sweet, sweet, and more sweet, if you ask me. And it definitely fits into the gourmand category. Next one. By Paco Rabanne, 1 Million Prive. Awesome fragrance. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't particularly like putting discontinued fragrances in my videos for the most part. Every once in a while, you can actually get one of these to pop up on eBay, but they charge an arm and a leg. But I was actually fortunate enough, like I stated before, in the first impression of this fragrance right here. I actually picked that one up for like $39, either $36 or $39.99 from Burlington. I've been on the lookout for another one, but I haven't seen nothing even close to it. But this one here gives you that warm apple pie vibe. So you get that cinnamon, you get that apple within the fragrance. But as it dries down, you get some warmness from the tonka bean, and a little hint of that tobacco is in there too, but it's not overly strong to where it's like an extremely smoky scent. It's more cinnamon oriented and sweet in that dry down. Now this one here, I don't hear a lot of people talk about it on a regular basis, but it's by Banana Republic, Tobacco and Tonka Bean. An awesome rack store pickup. If we're going for $19.99 in your Burlingtons when you run in and out of there. Now they've bumped them up to about $22.99, but I still will say for that price point, it's an awesome fragrance. It's one that in most cases you probably won't get a chance to test it or get your nose on it as far as testing it before buying it, but for heck, $22.99, you can't go wrong. But it's an awesome cheapie. So whenever you see this bottle right here, in your rack stores, I recommend you pick that thing up. And even if you don't like it, heck, you can give it to somebody for a gift and they'll be really happy with you. Because what you get out of it, you get juicy plum in the opening, a little bit of pear in that opening as well. So you got a little bit of a fruity blast in the beginning, but that only lasts for so long because as it begins to dry down, that tonka bean and that tobacco reigns supreme, which gives it a smooth finish going on through the base of this fragrance. And some vanilla at that. Next one, second to last. Prada L'Homme, the quintessential office fragrance. Now this one here, what do you get with that one? A bunch of powdery iris. So it's a very, very fresh, powdery scent that it's not that iris that actually is somewhat flat sometimes or lipsticky type of iris. It's more of the powdery type. So it makes you smell fresh all day. It lasts a long time. I get 8+ hours every single time I wear Prada L'Homme. Maybe even 10 to be honest with you. It's perfect for the office setting. It's perfect for Sunday service. It's perfect for date night. It won't offend nobody. And I'm yet to see somebody that actually have got their nose on this fragrance and say that they didn't like it. But like I said, that iris reigns supreme throughout the whole fragrance. A little bit of spice in the top with a little bit of that pepper, but as it dries down, you get the amber and the cedar and the patchouli. So you get a nice, somewhat creamy, woody dry down, but the iris is number one. Last but not least, one that you probably wouldn't even think that I would have put in this list, but I like this fragrance a whole lot. And to me, it's the best Silver Mountain Water by Creed clone, and that's Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage. This one right here, Compliment Monster. And to me, you get blessed with that Silver Mountain Water effect. It's somewhat inky like it, but not quite as inky, but super duper fresh like Silver Mountain Water. It's a black currant bomb. You got that lemon and bergamot in the opening as well. But as you dry down in there, you get a hint of rose and a hint of iris. But even further than that, it kind of bypasses the mid of this fragrance. So you get that the fruits in the beginning, a little bit of the iris nuance, inky, Silver Mountain Water nuance in the middle. But as it goes to that dry down, you get that ambroxan that makes it last and project. This one is a projection beast. You don't need a gang of sprays to be noticed with that fragrance. But one thing I will say, most times that I actually have worn that one, somebody will stop me and give me a compliment or say, well, what is that you wearing? And trying to explain to somebody that it's not Creed Silver Mountain Water you got on Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage. When you say that to them, they probably have never heard of it. So you end up having to pull it up on your phone or tell them about it and let them know that you can get a niche quality scent profile for a fraction of that cost. Versus paying $400+ for Creed's version of it, you can get this one right here for about between $35 and $45 on Amazon and multiple websites. One I strongly recommend that you put in your collection, if not get your nose on it, if nothing else. But when it comes to this whole collection right here of fragrances right here, I recommend that everybody at least get your nose on every one of them. But out of these 12, if you ain't got you 2 or 3 in your collection, you are doing yourself a disservice. And other than that, make sure you do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. But this is the 12 designer fragrances that I recommend for 2022. Stay tuned for part 2 of this video where the niche ones come in. Other than that, that's my time. Peace.